Brian Dean DP on Instagram. He says, what did the average daytime exterior setup look like? Almost every scene outdoors looks like it was shot at the same time of day. I don't know how rigorous a TV schedule can be, but how did you pull that off? And then he asked, did you purposefully put your talent in the shade, shoot wide open? What were your techniques? So just general questions about shooting exteriors and keeping them consistent.
I mean, I would just say all of that. Yes.
Yeah.
My answer is just yes to all of that. So
elaborate, please.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I will. So, a typical day on exterior on Ozark, if we're in the midday sun or whatever, is covered. We're attempting to shoot everything in shade. From the beginning of the season, it's like, unless the light is really low in the sky, sort of streaming across and backlighting, there's no direct light on people. So that's an intense amount of planning and work. As we're building the schedule, I have to know what scene we're going to be shooting at what time of day, and I have to plan accordingly. And I have to pivot, and I have to, make a negotiation with the assistant director and the director in terms of how we're scheduling scenes and what we're going to shoot first and what we're going to shoot second and what we're going to shoot sixth. And within that plan, I have a plan of where the condors are going to go. So I would say a typical day exterior on Ozark is a minimum of a 20 by to cover, so that's 20 feet by 20 feet on a condor or some kind of lift. Often if it's a space that can accommodate it, it's a 40 by 40. And I tend to been using either a gray grid to block light, or I'll use a full grid with a double net on the bottom of it so that there's still some light coming through, right? So that a black often feels too dark. If it's going to be close to the actors at all, you don't necessarily want to use a black because you'll start to feel it. But if you use something that blocks the direct and then something that on top of that blocks the reflectivity. So if you put up a big 20 by 20, you've basically put up a bounce now. The light hitting that is going to bounce off of it. So then I'll put a net underneath it to kill that bounce quality of it. So you're essentially blocking the direct, and you're blocking a lot of the ambience that's coming through. And with that net, you're sort of taking a little bit of the sheen off of it, but there's still just enough light coming through that it's not a solid negative source. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to cover people. It's a little bit of insanity. I can send you a photo of a couple setups. I don't tend to document my work, so everything I send you is like taken by the assistants who are laughing at me, essentially. They just have to take a photo for posterity to send me later and say, hey, how much did this day suck? But it's cool. It's a puzzle, and that's why pre-production is so important, and to use that time wisely and really be looking out for yourself. And Jason Bateman is a fantastic director, but he expects you to show up and be prepared. If you're shooting a scene at this time of day, you should have all of the plans in place so that you can work. That can work. And if it's not going to work at that time, he's happy to accommodate you and shoot it at a different time. But you have to know, where is the sun going to be? How am I planning on blocking it? Where is the base of that condor going to go and be hidden so that it's not in shot? Those are all like tough things to do on a schedule where you're shooting 6 scenes a day, 6 pages a day. It's not easy, and it's a testament to our amazing crew that it gets done.